Okay, I think that a lot of women do see, because I personally understand that I have a lot of work to do personally, and one thing that I do love and appreciate about you is how you do stress and encourage people in our community to get therapy. But one thing on the other end is just feeling safe. I did not watch your video from last weekend, but I heard you talking about women not smiling at men, which I'm actually in another country right now. And, I'm from California. I feel like Californians just smile a lot, but in certain situations, I specifically will not smile at a man because I do not want him to engage with me because I don't feel safe. Like, I literally carry a pocket knife on me because I've been in situations where men have come up to me assuming that I was a prostitute. Men have come up to me, cornered me in parking lots. I see your face right now, but I mean, I'm just speaking from my personal experience.
Yeah, I am because I find it interesting. I just left California, and I'm watching women smile all around Beverly Hills. But it seems to be black women seem to, from what I hear, is you attract an inordinate amount of rapists, stalkers, and men willing to do you harm. So to protect yourself, you walk around strong-faced with mace and a knife. I don't buy it.
You don't buy it.
I've lived in
Like
New
I
York
was saying,
because I've lived in some of the most dangerous cities in the world.
When I feel comfortable when I'm out, I will smile at people.
Well,
but if
okay, well
I
then
don't,
guess what? If it waits for you to feel comfortable, you will be strong-faced and alone.
All right, so I love you. As you can tell, we just watched a clip of a Kevin Samuels interview with this young lady. I just want to do a small, quick response to different points in the video to where I felt like maybe he should have given more advice instead of criticizing. So initially, the young lady was speaking on how she did not feel safe or comfortable in certain environments, so she didn't like to smile. So at that point in time, I would have probably have elaborated and said, what type of environments are you in to where you do not feel safe, to where you do not feel comfortable, to where you do not feel like you should smile? And if you are in those environments, make sure you're not in those environments alone. You want to make sure you're in environments where you do feel safe, where you do feel comfortable. That way you do not have a problem smiling at certain individuals. So that would have been the first bit of advice I would have given at that point in the conversation.
When I'm in the halls of corporate America and Brad tells Angela to smile, she has no problem flashing those pearlies. But when Damien asks you to smile,
but is this in a corporate setting or
man, it's everywhere, man. At what point are you ladies going to start recognizing the problem is you? Black men have to go in. Look at what you were doing. I have to define every scenario, every setting for you to pick apart my issue. Walk around being unfriendly. Walk around without But here's the thing: do you want to be married?
I do.
You want children?
All right. Well, in this point in the conversation, I will have to agree with Kevin. But when it comes to the way women might smile at white men, maybe more than black men, that have to do with our social construct. That also have to do with generations of manipulation. Like one certain situation was the voucher system in Chicago, Illinois, how they forced the male figure out the household so the woman can depend on the government. Well, first off, we have to get to a point where we start acknowledging the past and how it may have affected us all, including the women that we have today. We need to make sure that as men that our women or black women see that we're trying. And we also need to make sure, we also would like women to acknowledge the fact that they see us trying, because there are a lot of black men that's out here trying to make things happen for themselves. So again, the reason why that might be is because of that social construct, and we as a community have to fix that together.
250,000, I would say.
No, ma'am.
What is it?
No, ma'am. In Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, that's $300,000 a year. 350 actually. Northern California, you're talking close to about 400,000, half a million. And where are we going with all this? The man who's making the kind of money you're talking to be able to pay for 80% of the bills or more, do you think he's going to want a woman who's not friendly, who's not smiling? Those kind of men get women who are extremely cooperative, feminine, and friendly.
But who's to say if that woman wasn't walking with a man, she wouldn't be friendly or smiling because she feels safe?
You see how she just did that? You see the bullshit she just did? You just did some bullshit. You put a woman walking with a man and everything else. This is how far you guys got to go to justify your bad behavior.
No, I don't believe so. I feel if a woman feels safe, when I feel safe, I do not mind. I will smile.
I hope it works for it. Hopefully it works for you.
When I was in Mexico,
hopefully you can find a man, a black man, who is willing to put up with you only smiling when you feel safe. Because this goes deep for you. Because this goes.
Okay, now in this particular scene, I would definitely stress that's good. You should smile. You should, because men do want women to smile. Men want their girl to be happy. Men want to know that they're making their girl happy. But something Kevin Watson said a year ago, one of the other videos was, when a woman is interested in you, when you are a choice pick, or when you are a chosen one, or I forget the terminology he used, but he said women do show you sex signs, like they show their throat, or they play with their hair, or they smile, or they look at you, or they make sure they're known. So if you're a chosen man, then she would display all those affectionate signs, which is a good thing. She herself right now is saying that when she feels comfortable, when she feels like she in that kind of mood, she do smile. She's very happy. She's very cheerful. She don't mind being cheerful with her man. So I would have said those are all good qualities. Now, first thing we have to work on, like we said before, was we got to make sure that your environment's where you feel like that. That way you're always cheerful. You're always smiling. We would try to find ways to encourage her to keep expanding on the good behavior that she just mentioned right now. I would have chosen that time to start criticizing her, of saying, well, you're not going to ever smile at anyone because she didn't say that, or a man's not going to wait for you to smile when you feel safe. As a black man, I know as myself, I pride myself on making sure my woman feels safe and comfortable. So that alleviates that situation right there. But at this point in time, what I would have done, I would have been encouraging, saying, well, you know what, that's really good to hear. Now we just got to make sure we got to figure out why you're not in environments where you do not feel like this.
It's irrelevant. Well, we can stick to the point. My point is women feeling safe versus not feeling safe. So yes, in the community,
well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing I would tell you.
You know,
when you don't smile and he walks out with a white woman, you can not feel safe and by your damn self. Because this is what's happening. This is what's happening. If you only smile when you feel safe, that's up to you. Do what you do. But what I'm telling you is the kind and caliber of black men you want are tired of your poor treatment. That's it. So while you guys are deciding whether or not I feel safe, the barometer, the temperature outside, who shot John, and every other group of women are coming in competing to be next to the kind and caliber man you want, and then they're competing to see who can get his attention, just like the therapist who said before. No, I don't even think half of our women are competing for the average black man. So if you're competing for the average black man, you're damn sure competing for the best of black men.
Okay.
So safe or not, man, you do what you want to do. But I would tell you this:
well, I would say in regards to the behavior, whether we realize it or not, I'm saying that.
Right. So in this last scene, again, we still didn't correct the problem. She said again, when she don't feel safe or comfortable, she don't want to smile because she don't want to attract the wrong kind of attention. So again, we would start talking about, well, why do you not feel safe? What locations are you, or what areas are you? It seemed like that Kevin Samuels in this specific scene may feel like he may not really hear what she's saying because he's very intelligent. He probably have more schooling than I have. I received my BAS from Illinois State University in social psychology. He, like I said, he's very intelligent, so he make a lot of great points. But in this specific situation, again, I would elaborate with her on, or have her elaborate more on, where are you going? Where are you going, and why are you there? Why are you in areas you do not feel safe? Can you control it? Is there a certain gas station you go to? Can you go to a different one? I mean, what are these things? And also, the type of man you want. Are you looking for him in areas that he most likely will feel comfortable in? And if you're looking for a high value man, then I'm sure he's not in areas that he will feel unsafe. So you want to make sure you're in areas where you can run into this type of person. Again, it seems like this conversation is missing the actual points, and it's missing because I don't believe either one of them are listening to each other, or I believe one of them is not listening to the other person, and the other person is trying to get a point across that is not really being heard. So that's my personal opinion. Again, I may not have as much schooling as he has, but that is some of the advice I would have given during this conversation.